two, one, and we're live. Right. Welcome back to Being Hunted.
Getting a lot of brave verb.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
coming out of neck.
no, I'm plugging the microphone and plugging it back in. No, on the actual headset. The microphone part.
Okay. Me and Carrie will just have to speak very clearly. Yeah.
You don't hear me? Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
All right. So, when last we left our adventurers, they had procured some loot from the dungeon and then were ambushed by a large amount of vestiges of some unknown enemy. They're currently fighting for their lives, and we'll see how things go. As the rain is pouring and dripping down your foreheads, it's getting in your eyes, and the visibility is not getting any better here. It's becoming more and more clear that you guys are currently backed into a corner.
I don't know what you're talking about. Last time I felt like we were pretty much taking them on
But
pretty
yes,
well.
you guys are doing pretty well. You're taking out these individual entities fairly handily. But you realize that it, where you guys are at, there's not really a lot of places you can go other than deeper into the mines.
Who's going to back up? We're just going to start marching forward.
Well, we will get started with Picard's turn.
It's a shame I can't bless you beforehand.
I mean, it's not. Let me look. My thing's been hella laggy. Why is it being so laggy? Oh, let me refresh my page. 'Cause it's been really laggy for some reason. What was the amount of feet we could see, by the way?
It's half the distance of your dark vision,
What's
or
your dark vision?
I don't have
30.
dark vision. I have low light.
Well, you also have the echo. So I think you had 120.
If
Keontae muted himself, it looks like.
it's half the distance of your dark vision or low light type vision, and a minimum distance of 30 feet, unless there's bright light, which will reduce the distance down by half, like all the distances down, but that you can see down by half. So
And we have.
if you have 120 dark vision, then you can see 60 feet. If you have 60 feet dark vision, you can see 30 feet. If you have regular non-dark vision, you can see about 30 feet.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
you have
And
your
then
echolocation, so you should be
I
able to
don't
see.
think that would work.
Yeah,
There's too
echolocation.
much noise with the rain and everything that wouldn't really work.
Yeah, sadly, echolocation does not work in the
Well,
rain,
you
which
gave
is
her the
why.
most vision, so that's what I was saying. So unless you messed up last time, 'cause I think you gave her like 120.
I definitely did not have 120.
It
Mm.
might feel like 120 since all of us are pretty much down to 30.
I think
Okay.
because I think it was half distance is good. Beyond that half distance is fuzzy, and then beyond the limits of your sight of your dark vision or whatever is unseeable.
Okay. Essentially,
So,
a people with regular sight have disadvantage out to like past 5 feet. People with regular dark vision have disadvantage is from 30 feet to 60 feet, and people with superior dark vision have disadvantage from 60
okay.
feet onward.
Can we unpause the game?
Yes. Oop, click.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my turn to dash. Um, and go here.
Are you
I'm good.
flying or walking?
Flying.
Um, okay. And and just remember it's difficult terrain regardless of
I
which.
know, that's why I dashed.
Okay.
But Picari is flying, just cause I figured it might be better if she is. So she's flying. Um, but I dashed. That's my turn.
Okay, that's turn.
Yep.
Go bad.
So seeing that the crown is a bad idea and all the targets he's seeing are down, but everyone seems to still be in combat mode. As a bonus action, let me get to my token settings real quick. Bonus action, I disable the fire on the crown to remove the light.
Okay.
Token. Okay. And then I'm gonna move up to mana. Why is it not letting me? Oh, because I have to do this. And I'll place my hand on mana and cast Enhance Ability for. You said you wanted Wisdom?
Yeah.
For Owl's Wisdom.
Okay.
There's your spell.
You see the giant rune for owl appear on your chest as is Throwback casts the spell, and your eyes glow with a mystical light.
Alright.
That is bonus move and main, so that is my turn.
Alright, next up would be nobody. Why is it not zooming in on the character?
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll see little uh drops of the liquid metal ichor rise into his hands, form into three little six-winged uh moths with eyeballs on the wings, and they fly towards Mana, Dovat, and Adarpi, and meld into their skin as I bless those three. If I can find it.
Hashtag blessed.
Here it is.
After saving throw, D4.
Okay. Um, Then, let me turn. Okay.
Yeah. Do remember we are under difficult.
Oh, that's. Oop, remove that one. Okay. Movement. What am I going to do for my bonus? Can't do hex.
Um,
I mean, yeah, that guy is definitely with it.
at this point, you probably want to hold on to a spell like that for later, because we're just obliterating these guys on cantrips.
Oh, okay. I'll end my turn, but I will say, go forth, be safe, and most of all, don't underestimate our enemy. And that'll be it.
Right. Lana.
Okay. So that's not what I meant. Wrong one. Magic.
Get hashtag blessed.
Actually, as a bonus action, that make a powerful increase.
As a bonus action, what?
I did not make a pocket increase, but
Oh, I could have used my bonus action to dash.
Do you have that ability?
Oh no, wait, no, I don't.
I would say that's kind of a rogue thing, cunning action dash.
oh wait, I think it's yeah, yeah. I'm gonna activate one of my
Activate one of your what?
magic items. I can copy
Oh,
this from Discord. Hold on.
sound like you're sporting lines back there, Zyla.
Should be that. Yeah, it is. Question:
Hmm.
how far can we normally jump?
It's your strength score in feet, I believe, unless you have this spell.
Okay, then I'm going to use a bonus action to activate my fan, my web feather fan. As a red feather cake rolls out of the bag of marmalade.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it to jump forward. Normally I would jump forward 14 feet, but it's triple, which would be 42.
All right. So we round it down to like 40 feet, I guess.
And one.
Boing.
Cover number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, when you make a standing long jump, you leap only half that distance.
Oh, so we can, if you want to use some of your movement, you can do add 10 feet to that. Well, actually, it would, yeah, you,
So let me post this all in Discord real quick.
I'll correct the distance. One, my turn.
And there's because you are that does have a rule for landing on difficult terrain.
if only you guys had like, I don't know, mold, yeah, mold earth. Make the difficult terrain not difficult terrain.
I'll do the DC 10 acrobatics check.
Okay. Don't slip on the, don't slip on the mud. Roll the acrobatics.
Gotta remember to add that 1d4 blast.
Yeah, you gotta remember hashtag blessed.
I'm not the most acrobatic. 15.
Nice.
You slip a little, but you do manage to stay on your feet.
I make it look intentional.
Give me a
But you
performance
can,
to make it look intentional.
Keontae, why would we bother with mold earth when we could just have a druid that controls weather?
This is not Pathfinder Second Edition. Rolling five above a DC means nothing here.
I succeeded. Then,
Alright.
making me roll. Okay. Add that one.
Alright.
Oh no!
Yeah, screw you, Keontae. Doing your dumb extra roll.
That was even with the hashtag blast.
Man has no charisma.
Minus one and plus one. That sounds about right.
That's what I'm saying, Paul, for adding damage.
At least you didn't go below a natural one.
Right. So what you guys see is Mana runs forward and jumps, and when he lands, he like does this whole like running in place thing. You know how people who aren't good at roller skates when they try and get on skates for the first time and d- they start slipping and trying running in place, that kind of thing. He just starts doing that, flailing his arms before righting himself, and then he poses to make it look like he did all of that intentionally.
Hey, most of them can't even see.
We can't really see him.
Those with dark vision saw that, but the rest didn't.
Yeah, I
Benu,
saw you leap into the rain, and then I heard a thud.
Benu
And I'm
looks like Benu turns its bird head at you and just shakes his head.
That, I'm
Thanks for
going to
that.
use that person.
Did you say something, Kiari?
Maybe I'll hold my hand out towards this magic person.
Um, you use your bonus action to tell him to do it.
Yeah, I'm using
Yeah,
my action.
it takes up his action.
What takes up my action?
Oh,
No,
so
he's talking to Lex.
Lex was asking about fiery teleportation. Who's eating flesh? Yeah.
I'm going to use this on this guy over here. Well,
Um, that's with the bless. Yeah. Um, no, that just barely doesn't hit.
5. It, it narrowly misses. That's my turn.
All right.
What am I? Oh, wait a minute. I have extra. I'm going to do my
Yeah.
second attack. Keep forgetting that I have that.
16.
That hits.
The first attack whiff, but the other
It was a fake out, totally.
connect. Totally.
You you kill this guy, and as you touch him, something weird happens. His body shakes and whirls, and um,
Technically, it's a ranged attack.
are you using part of your body for it?
Yes.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Uh-oh.
As soon as part of your body connects with him, you see an explosion of this black shimmering liquid just expand out from him for 25 feet. I think I measured that right. 10, 20, yeah, 25 feet.
Oh, perfect.
It's a good thing we have a lot of people with range capabilities.
Blow it up.
Benu's looking down at his toes and see this gunk.
Actually, I think Benu's just out of it.
Yeah, just out of the range, so it's like right in front of his feet.
It's probably
And
a
I can
good
see
thing. Isn't
nothing.
Benu a fire spirit?
Yes. All fire spirits.
Boom.
Ooh, bonfire. Yeah. I am so sad. I can see nothing. Send help.
All right.
What's that?
Mana is the big tentacle thing on the map.
My word.
Mana use a ranged touch attack
Alright,
type
you could
deal.
teach her that language?
None of them seem to be affected by this wall, the liquid.
So do we set this on fire? Do we do we not set it on fire?
We do not know.
If anybody has a match,
I mean, we've been setting it on fire.
Alright, is that your turn? Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Um, alright. Kareem's going to. Oh, that's
Oh
two.
yeah, I guess I could have given Bluster. Nah.
So he's gonna move.
She has a canoptic charge.
That doesn't mean he wants to experience the painful death. Um, alright. Oops, that's wrong. So he's gonna double move, and then she's gonna touch nobody, and she's going to give you the help action. She's going to use what's it called? She's going to use Master of Tactics and give give um, nobody advantage
Advantage in what?
on your next attack.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to start moving.
Oh, and let's see, that target of that attack has to be within 30 feet. Oh, okay. The next closest enemy is too far, so she can't use Master Tactics. She's going to um, hmm, uh, um, bonus action dash again, man.
Yeah, that, that's why I'm really annoyed at this combat because a lot of us can't see the enemy.
All right.
Because the enemy isn't here.
Pardon?
The enemy isn't here yet.
Everything on this map that isn't us is an enemy.
All right, Adarapi. You can't, but Menu can.
Does it look like the same stuff that we burned before?
Yes, but there's a lot more of it.
What exactly happened when we burned it?
It burned very brightly and very quickly.
Did it burn the area around itself, like the ground underneath it?
No, it burns too fast for that. It's basically like a flash fire.
Okay. So, what do we assume might happen with all of those creatures that's standing in it?
Uh, you can assume that they will be affected by the flames as well.
Okay. Um, if I do fiery teleportation, I'll be caught on fire to be brought to wherever Bennu is at. I have fire resistance, but anything that I touch gets caught on fire too. So if I get teleported next to Bennu within all of that gunky stuff, all of that will get caught on fire.
Every it's everything within 5 feet of your spirit from that can teleport, and mm, essentially everything within 5 feet of Bennu who would be caught on fire whenever you teleport. So
But all of that stuff is connected to itself.
yeah,
Okay, so I'll do the fiery teleportation then. If Bennu's the one's getting caught on fire, not me.
where's
Um,
Bennu teleporting to?
mm, where can he teleport to?
Anywhere within 30 feet of 120 feet. Okay.
I can't see the line. 25. 30. Am I too close to that guy right there? Is that too close?
I think it should be okay.
So it's within 15 feet of where Bennu is currently.
What?
He can teleport. So anywhere within 15 feet,
Oh
and
yeah, because of the terrain.
well, that's just how the ability works. So he can teleport anywhere within 15 feet, and the fire happens where he left, not where he is. So honestly, teleporting him 15 feet closer to you would still have the same effect.
Yeah, but we're trying to wipe out those other guys closer, so it really wouldn't matter. Um, because then I can use him to do something else if I cast through him. So 15 feet, right?
Yeah,
All right. So
you teleport Bennu, and that entire 20-foot radius goes up in flame, dealing I think 3d6 fire damage to everything within,
minus Bennu.
dealing 10 fire damage. Boop, boop, boop. Because they were killed with fire damage, they do not produce any more oil.
What's this thing?
That's a spot of oil, but that's been burnt up as well.
Okay. All he had to do was move. All right. Who's this guy? Bad guy? All right. And that was a bonus. So, who's coming after me? Going after me. Mhm.
Just barely.
What are we doing?
All right. Is that your turn?
That was a bonus action, right?
Yeah, that's just your bonus action to command Bennu to do that. Yes. You
Okay,
still have
so
your action and movement.
okay. Let me move then. How far I can move? Half?
Yeah, half your normal speed, so 15 feet.
Where am I? This is me, right? No, this is me. Damn.
You guys are all like blinded for a second as all the oil goes up in flame.
Okay. And then what is my distance again on my fire thingy?
Firebolt,
No,
it's
no, 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 no. The scorching ray.
scorching wave. That's
Hold on.
120 feet. You have to be able to see the target. You can see out to 60 feet.
It just says within range.
Go.
That kind
Most of the time, my spells would say, target you can see, creature you can see. This one just says within range.
yeah, it has a range listed. Scorching ray is 120 feet, if I remember correctly.
Right. So I
But
should be able to hit.
Um, you can shoot at this guy at disadvantage because he's just barely out of that your visibility. You're no like you can kind of see him.
But if I have Benner do it,
Benu can see him just fine.
can Benner see anything else?
No, there's no other. Well, Benu can kind of see a zombie back, a husk back
If he
here.
flies up,
It doesn't really change the distance he can see. He still only has 60 feet of regular vision.
so we could use Scorcher Ray on both of them?
Yeah, it'll just be at disadvantage at the husk further back.
Okay.
Roll your 3 attacks.
Um,
Well, cast a spell and then roll the attack 3 times.
did it roll?
You click the if you go in the chat, click the attack and number of rolls, set it to 3. Twelve, natural 20, and 13. All of those would hit. All
Let's
right.
get the hell out of here.
Go ahead and roll 2d6 3 times. So just roll 66.
So, slash 66.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do that right?
Oh,
No.
/R. It's okay.
I need like a sticky note.
All right.
Why does it keep zooming in?
Because I have the dynamic camera on. Boom. And boom. Darpy kills the last 2 of the zombies. Of the husk, sorry.
That'd be my action, right?
Yeah. You moved, you did your action, you did your bonus
Yeah.
action.
Okay, just need to make sure.
Alright, next up is Nissa.
So do we want to just get out of here?
Well, there's still some oil.
Well, all the oil's gone.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
thought that little blue splotch was what the oil
Oh,
was.
that's someone had cast bonfire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because I can cast Pass Without a Trace, and we can just sneak our way on out of here and try to get back to the wagon.
Do you guys want to do that and try and exit the situation?
Yeah. I don't think we want to just stay here.
Alright, party. Everyone. Is that what everyone wants to do?
Listen up on a little bit to see if I can hear anything going on.
You can give me a quick perception. You can use your reaction to give a perception.
Okay.
I think our best out of here. Well, we can. Before anything else shows up.
Ooh, natural
You
20.
you hear
Mm-mm.
something
Oh,
big
Mm-mm.
is moving through the rain and the muck to get closer to you
Mm-mm.
guys. If this would be your only chance to get out of here before it finds you.
I should have cast Thunderclap.
Alright, so if you would like to
well, make
cast
it.
Pass Without a Trace, you may.
I'm waiting to get confirmation from everyone.
I, I
Hell
think
yeah.
big is coming. I don't know if we have the capability to take it at
Yeah, I don't think we do.
What's going on?
I'm about to cast Pass Without a Trace and us just sneak our way on out of here back to the cart.
Oh, oh, what happened?
All of the husks and zombies are dead.
At least all the ones we see.
Okay.
All the ones in the immediate area.
But we hear a big machine-like thing coming towards us.
Thank you for that advantage, by the way.
You are very welcome.
So I
What
think
was it?
What did he say?
He was saying
I
thank
was
you
saying
for the
thank you.
advantage. It's Stephen Delbad had given him Owl's wisdom, which gives him advantage on perception checks.
But
Wish
he
that
Yeah, I
I could
think
got
have had 20.
charisma.
Well, I didn't know there was going to be a charisma thing, and there technically wouldn't have been, but Keontae forced a roll.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say force.
There was no need for a roll there.
Well, anyway, I think we're going with this.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
Pass
we both
without.
have help
If
out.
you cast Pass Without a Trace, and then everyone then will give a stealth check at advantage because you are in the rain.
Plus, and then plus
Plus
10 for
10.
pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wait,
Oh
you
wait.
said stealth at
Stealth,
advantage?
At
stealth at
advantage
advantage plus.
plus 10. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm guessing you're not requesting a roll, so.
I can. It just takes a second to click all the people.
Are we requesting or are we just rolling it?
If I have the opportunity to re-roll, I'll take that. That
Nah, your roll sticks.
that 9 looks
Don't forget,
low.
don't forget, Alexis. Darby has bless.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a
So what do I
d4.
So plus 10 for 22.
Okay, so Darby's at a 19 currently. Roll a d4.
I got a 9.
I got an 18.
So you said plus 10, right?
Plus
Mm-hmm.
10.
Yep.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, plus
so
10, it's 29.
And if anyone's asking, I had disadvantage, so cancel that.
that?
So you're at a 20 overall, Lex.
Hmm.
Right.
Better
okay,
than 9.
and yeah, and I have a 22.
Right.
Let me get my stealth roll together.
And we're at advantage, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
advantage plus 10.
Okay.
Don't forget your bless.
Yeah.
I didn't get blessed though. I
You
didn't
didn't.
think.
Yeah, it
You
was
didn't.
Mana, Adarpi, and who
Go
else?
back.
Deldat.
But
Hmm. Yep.
God, 31.
Right.
Better be
And
careful.
31.
alright, so you guys managed to slip away. Who wants to give me a perception check as you guys are slipping away?
I guess
Alright.
I definitely am.
Who's got the best perception?
Or,
That's the
or is
question.
it one roll or everybody can roll?
Two rolls. We'll do max two.
I do
Um,
have advantage.
Yeah, so let's do. I've got a plus 8, so you want to do me and.
I was just saying it's technically
My
thematically
perception is
nobody
19.
probably would, but
Well, we're
okay.
Yeah,
deciding
I
who's
would
actually
say yeah,
rolling
no
next.
body and.
yeah. Um, hmm,
Nobody in Mono would be the most combined.
Okay.
Yep.
So, so nobody rolls, and then Mana rolls at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, the game is not
Want you
asking
to
me.
roll, of
Yeah,
course.
can you roll for me?
The game's been really laggy for me, so I don't know if it is for anybody else.
All right,
So
that's
two
a 16.
16s.
All right. As you guys are slipping away, you see rolling up to the site is a very large. They don't have the Spinosaur model. A very large Spinosaur, or with one of its arms having been replaced by like this gorilla-like appendage on its left forearm, and like it seems to be like half mechanical, half organic. And you see riding on its back is a hooded, cloaked figure that's looking around as it moves closer to where you guys were. And you see one of the husks that was probably part of the group was is with it as it's surveying the area and looking for any sign of you guys having left. But due to the effects of Pass Without a Trace, you guys leave no trace behind.
Hey, did we get any crystals out of that encounter?
That is true.
I don't know if we would have had time to collect them.
Well, they would have popped out on most of them would have popped out to us.
Oh, okay.
Crystal just
Like the crystal manifests out of the mark and then kind of pops into our hand.
I think it would all depend on if the creatures were still alive or if they were dead.
Thus the question.
Alright. It's dark as you guys traverse the area, the desert, in this torrential downpour, making it back to the township, where everything seems to be somewhat normal. Like you can see a large light coming from the tavern as you see the wagon in front of it. The horses currently aren't tethered to it. They seem to have been stabled at some point. You guys are there. All right. Right. So you guys would shelter inside the tavern, where you see probably about like 50 or so uh, people just hanging out and having a fun time. Um, and
I need a drink.
you'd see Dea is currently in her orange-haired form as she's sitting at the bar here with a quite a few large tankards sitting next to her. Tankards, like really big mugs of ale.
I think she's been hitting it a little hard.
What gives you that idea?
Well, about the 20 tankards sitting right next to her.
I think it might have
I
to
need to catch up.
Right.
I think there's going to be a few more people that are going to be like that here in a few minutes. So. And I think someone has some explaining to do.
Alright, you guys get 2 medium-sized blood crystals and 5 small blood crystals.
All of us?
Collectively.
I'll I'll put it in the wagon thing for now. We can deal with that later.
Hmm.
So while y'all make those items.
Hmm.
Medium crystal. You said 5 medium, 3 small.
No, 2 medium,
Could
5
I
small.
have used my amulet to absorb some of those people, those things we killed?
Let me look at the amulet. Ba-ba-ba-da.
You said 3 small.
I forgot about it until just now. I was like, wait a minute.
Small. And we can deal with that later.
The spectral siphon.
Um, I can say you can fill up on charges for now.
Okay. But we're on it. Alright. Down.
All right. So it was 2 medium, 3 small.
5 small.
5 small.
The 5 small came from when the Darpy he killed all the things in the big fire thing.
So yeah, we can deal with those crystals later. I've created them in the wagon for now.
I'm not doing that much math, baby.
What is she wanting to see how much she specifically gets?
Okay, technically, yes, you did kill 8 of the creatures.
One of the creatures wouldn't count though. That was killed because Bakari killed them.
We'll just put they're in the
Bakari doesn't
cart. We can.
have the mark or anything like that. She can't even use the blood crystals.
We can split them up later because there are multiple people who can use them. We can talk that out later. For now, they're just in the cart.
Well, how about alright, if we want to be specific, if the small ones come from the husk, which those would have been generated by a Darpy. The 2 medium ones would have come from the bear and the cultist. Who killed the bear and the cultist? Mana killed the
Um,
Mana killed the
Mana
cult.
killed the bear
And the
Oh, then
cultist.
there wouldn't
and
have.
the cultist.
I mean, there wouldn't have. They wouldn't have generated ones then because Mana doesn't have a curse mark.
And then the one Pakari killed wouldn't have generated one either.
So it would just be the small ones that would all be in the RP's possession.
Okay, and then I'll remove them from the cart. Well, I'll probably. Actually, can
Right.
I see what the cart does when I do? Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna set their quantities to 0, so we still have the item in the cart for later.
Alright.
But I
What are you
guess I
guys?
didn't kill anything.
What are you guys
Killed one
doing
thing.
at the tavern?
Uh,
The Darpy is getting a drink, getting
uh,
drinks.
Pakari is gonna go clean up and change her clothing that is undoubtedly soaked through, and her fur. She's gonna go dry off and get the mud off of her.
Well, I think there's a more pressing matter. Should we be sticking around here?
We can stick around long enough for me to clean my boots and my fur and my cloak.
Boots with the fur.
I don't
I
think we
guess
have much to worry
prestidigitation.
about. If they can track us, they would have already done it before we left.
Look, let's not hang around for long, but let's hang around long enough just to make it look like we're not bums. Get a quick bite and skedaddle.
So are we not bragging about us finishing this entire cave or whatever, where everybody else couldn't do it, and we're the only ones who have? Are we not bragging about this?
I mean, if you want to
I feel
brag,
like we
go
should
for it.
celebrate, the opportunity to do what
Um,
thousands
Well,
of
yeah,
people
the
couldn't
only
do.
I'm
You
more
know what?
concerned
As I
with
sat
the
down.
people that tried to jump us just a
Yep.
minute ago.
Yeah. Them two.
a
well,
I'll raise a
Darpy,
glass to them as well.
give me
Why did that
a
goo kind of
charisma
remind me of
roll.
Hekal?
Who? Who's giving a wisdom?
A Darpy giving a charisma just um, to announce what you guys have done.
Oh no.
Yep, get it out of here. Let's go.
Let me,
We abandon a Darpy to the tavern and move on.
What am I clicking a bill? What am I
hold on,
clicking?
I'll request it.
That attention we do not need at the moment.
The Darpy is left behind to whatever mech army is coming after her now.
All you do is just click the dice in the chat.
4.
Like, hey, this small old minotaur-like fawn stands up on a table and announces that I have completed the candy dungeon and solved the riddle that hundreds of other people have failed to do. You failed to do it. You failed to do it. And you failed to do it.
And she gets pulled off, but she gets pulled off the table by a cane. By someone's like, shut up, you drunkard.
I feel like she's about to get punched by someone.
Probably.
The bartender like comes up to you. Ma'am, can you get your hooves off the counter? It's mahogany.
Oh, it is, isn't it? I'll go ahead and wipe that off out of respect to the wood.
Like people don't really seem to care. They don't feel like they. It seems like they probably heard this before, or people bragging about having completed the dungeon, and when they actually haven't.
It's fine. I got it out of my system.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think we
Harry,
should
I guess
go
you
to
need
bed.
to go.
Bakari's gonna pat her on the back.
Thanks.
It's okay.
Harim, I guess you need to report back that it was cleared.
I'll do so. So, is your friend going to be okay? She says, looking at Dea, who's like passed out on at the counter.
No idea.
Probably. Once she sobers up.
I literally
Can't
met
handle
Does
her
anyone
liquor.
have some tea?
I literally met her for like all of a night, so I have no idea.
I'm not worried about it. She can't handle her liquor. She shouldn't have been drinking it. I'll go with
Why was she drinking her liquor?
are we leaving tonight? Are we leaving? Are we teleporting back to Goldport? Are we staying?
Going to Coldport anytime soon.
So are we developing a homestead here in town? Like, what's our plan?
The parties, the quests that you guys have are next in Nehustan.
Yeah, because we have to go now do the gunslinger dungeon.
And isn't there another one there as well?
There's quite a few things that are happening in Nehustan. A Darby sister is in Nehustan. The Gunslinger dungeon and another dungeon are both in there, Hassan. And in general, there's like just a lot going on there.
So we do know that.
So we're going back to Goldport, right? I'm just
No.
kidding.
No, I think we're going to Nebu stand. But the question is, are we going to help with the war efforts there? Or are we just going there for our own things?
Going there for our own thing. No side stuff. Don't get invested in this place. We're not here to make friends with
See,
Well,
anybody.
well, the
Adarpi
question
says
is, are
as
we
he's
gonna
holding
have?
hands
The
with
thing
Hareem.
is, Boar's
I'm not
holding
holding
hands,
hands, probably slowly patting her on the top of her head, and that's as much as I'm doing as I take a sip.
Oh man, head pats, that's even more intimate than hand holding.
What?
I can't believe you.
Why are you doing this? You're shipping what I'm not trying to ship.
Too
You get
bad.
so
You can
The
hold
excited.
ship
hands.
has
Ju-
already sailed.
but the thing is, wars make the governments weaker and easier to corrupt. So this is the perfect opportunity for nobody to take over a country.
Oh,
Well, well, we might have to get involved anyway because I'm pretty sure one of the tombs is right on a battlefield. So
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Also, Dorothy, you're one to talk. You're very prone to being distracted by other things.
I
I
heard
don't know
like
what he
none of
just said, but
what he said.
You're
it's not
prone to
my
being
fault that I'm
distracted.
friendly.
You're prone to being distracted by other things, so you're not really one to talk about not doing side content.
I'm just saying, I don't see anything wrong with saving a cactus lady that's trapped inside of the basement of her own store. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think you should wait until after we avenge our henchman.
Mm, but then we know that she's there. And then
So
it's
just
kind of like we've imprisoned her after we found out.
more than fight as one person. I doubt you're going to be able to support myself to talk enough before.
I mean, if I was her girlfriend, wife person, I would have killed her by the time we got back, especially if you guys got close enough to finding her. She would have been off
Hmm.
Now that tells us what kind of person you are.
sipping cactus juice.
Oh, yeah. Be careful.
It's a good thing we don't have basements down here.
Cactus juice is the quenchiest.
And
Keeps you
not.
hydrated for long periods of time.
Um,
it
you could
makes you go a little.
you would tune over a short rest, right?
It's yes, over an hour's worth of time you can attune to a magic item.
I'm
Yep.
assuming we're at least gonna take some time to unwind, so I'll just go ahead and attune to this frost brand.
Yeah, I'm gonna attune to my sword too while
Right,
we're unwinding.
I'm already attuned to my stuff.
Thankfully, I don't have to attune to mine.
Me
At
neither.
least it says I don't.
Does my sword?
as you're attuning to your her magic items, like one of the adventurers comes up to you guys. Oh, that's a nice sword you got there.
If they believed me earlier,
Thank you.
Hmm. You wouldn't happen to want to trade?
What are you trying to trade for, sir?
I got this pepper pick in that dungeon.
pepper pick.
He pulls
No.
out he pulls out a pickaxe that whose head is like a jalapeno.
Yeah, it was one of the items on the list.
Mm, no,
No
unless he gives us
thanks.
a whole diamond.
No thanks. I saw one of those and decided to turn it down.
You turned it down? That's one of the best things you can get from the dungeon.
Then why are you afraid of?
That is the
Oh no, I think we saw some pretty nicer stuff.
yeah. I'd say clearing that tomb gets you a lot nicer stuff. I mean, I got a short sword and a spear just going there, and we saw a lot of cool stuff at the end.
You said you cleared it?
Well, I just said that when I was standing right here.
Well, yes, you did say that.
What?
To be fair,
Nah.
children are prone to exaggerate.
Yeah. be
Really?
fair, there's a difference between,
Speaking of which,
tiny
can I get a word
tiny
with
druid just
who serves this minor alcohol?
I am not a minor.
there's a
Like the
difference between like
bartender
tiny.
looks at you. She's not a minor. He pulls out this huge book, opens it, says right here, shaders. There's drinking age 16.
Started drinking at the age of 16.
Oh,
Alright.
Jesus.
But anyway, yes, sir. We cleared it just earlier.
Nah, you couldn't have. No one's been able to clear that dungeon in the past few decades.
Just because
Do you
you
need
wasn't
proof?
able to doesn't mean that no one would.
Guys, we don't need a dick measuring contest.
We really
Yeah,
don't.
I'm just gonna get up to go get cleaned up and make some
Yeah,
Well,
Picari's
recommendations.
already gone. Picari's going.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
feeling.
Dobak's making conversation.
I
So, yeah.
would want someone to know just how
You're
much
too scrawny to have beaten the king and queen. You,
all of us
Who said
together.
anything about beating
Didn't
them?
have to.
Who said anything about beating
We
them?
were very nice and humble. What are you talking about?
what?
What did you do? What did you do?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what
As
you're talking about.
Dobat looks, and out of his pocket pulls out the inheritance.
What's that?
Not yours.
Is that
We about to get robbed.
I don't think I
Well,
need to
they're about to
explain.
get robbed.
I'm probably about to get robbed.
We're
but it was
gone.
Like, let's say solely I am, but it's
Always
proof
allow
because they know that inheritance would only be at the end of a tomb.
I've also started heading back.
Yeah, I need
But
to go
thanks
make
for
some
the
ammunition.
offer. Have a wonderful day, and Dobat leaves.
wait?
No, y'all were talking about meat bragging. When you just totally pulled out all of that.
What?
You could have just showed them your good weapon and
But
just been like,
Nothing I have is from the tomb special. All I have is the candy short sword and the candy spear, which are standard issue. I didn't grab anything. I took the inheritance because I can store it away later.
they did it, guys. The child earlier wasn't bluffing.
And we are all gone at that point.
What?
Oh, I'm still downstairs.
so he's just standing there in the center of the bar by himself.
I'm just imposing through the wall.
Now they think he's crazy.
Exactly.
Hopefully he won't remember our faces later.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think we're sticking around
I
too much
think it's
longer.
pretty wide since we're traveling.
Wait, so you made a whatever that filament scraper out of filament.
Yes.
Such a waste of time.
Not really.
He 3D printed.
He 3D printed a tool to help him 3D print better. Where's the problem?
He doesn't need it. He has like
two already.
But now he has the file to create his own should he lose all of those.
What is this supposed to
it.
To make it stronger.
to make it look cooler?
Yeah. It makes it both stronger and better looking.
But yeah,
But you have the
literally
metal one.
the only things that Dobak got
This
out of
one's
that
better
dungeon
for some things.
were the short sword and the spear, which you get just for entering, because they're your standard issue gear. And there is the inheritance that I'm holding on to, because I gave one of my points to John to get his gun.
Alright. So you guys head back to the wagon. Who's going to drag Daya back?
Pardon?
Are we taking her? I didn't know that we had to.
Oh yeah, Dobat will wake her up.
So nice.
Eh.
I'm just gonna carry it.
Alright, do you guys want to wake her up or do you just want to carry her back?
I mean,
Y'all
if he's
can
carrying
carry
her
her
back
back.
already, then we can do with that. I was just gonna wake her.
Are we? That's what I wanted to know. Are we leaving right now? Because I was gonna go with Reem.
But you guys still have to go pass through a room to head towards Nehustan.
I mean, like, are we leaving tonight? Isn't
No,
it
I don't
late in the
think
evening?
so.
Or are we staying?
Yeah, it's
We're
late in the
leaving-
evening.
We're leaving the tavern.
I know that. I'm saying, are we leaving the city tonight?
I don't think so. No.
Probably
No?
not.
Okay. So
We're
then
gonna
I'll
take
go
a long
back
rest.
with Hareen and get some rest.
And I'll finish attuning to my sword.
All right.
And when we long rest, I'll switch things around.
I'll actually probably
Yeah,
go back
like
to Hareen's.
Dale wakes up partway. A oh man, what happened?
You got drunk and passed out at the tavern.
Couldn't hold her water liquor.
Wait,
Mhm.
I got drunk. Where are
Well, there
we?
was about 20 takers next to you.
And she also has red hair, so it probably wasn't her.
Where are we?
Back in the wagon.
Um, what day is it?
You tell us.
Are
Um, well, last I remember, where is it? Right here. Last I remember, it was the 24th of Eterai.
So about how far was that after we entered?
you have a calendar?
That was like 2 days ago.
So we've been in that tomb for 2 days. Oh, lovely.
Um, no, it seems like it's still the same day.
Oh, I asked how long that was since we entered.
She doesn't know.
I was asking you, the GM.
Since you guys entered, it's basically been a whole day. You guys went in early in the morning, on the 26th, and now it's like late in the evening.
But she's also been blue
Okay.
this entire time.
Yes, he's been blue hair Daya
This is
for
the
the
first time
past
that
two
she's seen
days.
red hair.
Mm,
So she lost 2 days.
Yeah, I don't think they can hear
So,
you. Oh,
she's been out for two
I'm
days.
unmuted.
Wow.
no, no, she's been out for a day, probably.
Can y'all hear me?
No, you're squeaking in the background, basically.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you through my thing.
So how about
And
Yep,
very,
barely.
very faintly.
You
Hmm.
were coming through earlier. I I just heard you through your mic.
I was saying, she's been out for 2 days. She's been blue hair days this entire time.
Silent ma'am.
This is the first time that she's been red hair
Oh,
days
ma'am.
that she's been in town.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ever since the night that Gura was captured, she's been blue haired Daya. So it's been 2 days since then.
She lost 2 days.
Oh yeah, Tuesday has been captured.
So she, honestly, you gotta think.
Captured.
She was waking up
Captured.
and
Wink
her
wonk.
sister's dead, and we went on a whole adventure and came back.
I
Only a
wonder if she
few.
knows her sister's dead. I mean, I'm not here to ask, but give her any other information.
Oof.
Her
Her
sister
sister
ran
ran
away.
away. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. What's it called when you make your captor like you? Or
It's
Stockholm syndrome.
that's it.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna go and talk with the what are they called? The medics, and see if they can give me any information about, I don't know, what should I ask about?
um
I don't know. I should just befriend them, be nice to them, and give them
Didn't we
food.
put someone else in there?
No.
No, we were gonna put the boy in there, the candy boy, but we were worried that he'd get eaten.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't willing to reveal anything to alleviate that.
Tiari doesn't know anything. Mama doesn't know nothing about the people in the house.
You're very much relying on nobody's name.
Huh?
Huh?
You're very much relying on nobody's name.
What's going on?
I don't know.
No, I'm adding it.
I just can't. Maybe I just need to turn him up on my side.
Mm.
Try to speak more clearly. Or
Hmm.
Howdy, howdy.
Okay. And more.
Right. Right. You guys would make it back to around midnight if you guys are traveling through the wagon.
I was gonna go to the barracks, probably.
Right. So you guys are. So are you? Who's all going to sleep in the wagon, and who all is going to go to other accommodations? But the RP is going to go. He'll have a sleepover with Hareem.
I don't like how you said it.
I'll stay in the wagon. Picard will sleep in the
What?
wagon.
I don't
I mean,
like
do I
it.
still have a place at the palace?
There's an inn that was set up by the guard for you guys to stay at if you would like to stay there instead of the wagon.
I'll take that. I'll finish my switching around.
I can convince Kareem to move up.
You can try. There's no. You can only have one NPC companion at a time with you guys actively and doing things.
Yeah, we had a few too many NPCs last time.
So
I will take some time to search out some incense.
check out some what?
Search out some incense.
What for?
Find familiar stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Is anyone going to identify any magic items on their way to the room or over the course of the evening?
Well,
Oh,
given I have nothing to identify,
I'll do my shield.
Your shield. Go ahead and cast a spell.
Well, wait, have we rested for a night?
No, this would be the. This is the same day, but it'll be like another 4 hour travel to get back to Arun.
Oh, then I'd have to do it the old-fashioned
How long?
It's 4 hours. It took you guys only 2 hours to get here, but due to the storm, it's taking you like twice as long to get back.
Can
And probably
Nah,
also partially because our driver's drunk.
and make terrain easier?
it would take a lot more effort that
An
would
hour.
I can say you guys will shave off an hour off your travel if a Darby's molding earth and shaping water to help out with travel conditions. So it'll be 11 p.m. when you guys get there. You're going to try and figure out the item through normal means, then roll an Arcana. It's a DC 10 plus this. It's uncommon, so plus 2, 4. It's a DC 14 Arcana check to figure out parts. So, if you can get higher than, if you get 5 or higher, you can figure out the whole thing.
Oh, but Keontae, I thought this wasn't Pathfinder, so 5 or higher didn't mean anything.
Roll your Arcana check.
Hypocrisy.
22.
Alright, insert. You now are able to. You figure out what your shield is able to do. Your shield has the sugar slide ability. As an action while wielding the shield, you can doff throw it to the ground, and jump atop it as it spouts a torrent of magical icing, taking for 1 minute or until you use a bonus action to hop off the shield and don it once more. You move by riding the shield, which glides states on the icing it produces at a speed equal to your walking speed. While moving this way, you don't provoke opportunity attacks, and if you travel 20 feet in a straight line towards a creature and then immediately hit it with a melee weapon attack, the creature must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Tubular.
And you can do that, and it recharges on a 1 or 2 on the D4.
Okay.
No, sorry, it recharges. You can use it recharges on a 3 or 4. On the 1 or 2, it can't be used again until the next on.
I love that nobody's just sitting on a fortune at any point. He could sell stuff in his inventory and just.
So Keontae,
Look.
could I ask you to make an unnamed character of Layla Tomb?
Hmm?
I'm asking Keontae to make a unnamed character to Layla's tomb, like the Noxian wagon.
I can do that. Just give me some time.
Okay.
Um.
Because after I attune and after I do my hex stuff, I'm gonna shift to put the inheritance in the tomb.
Alright, it should be in your. You should be able to see it now.
Waiting for the actor.
Not you, I was talking to Kiari.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you have another card with the word? But I do want to study the scales I got to mainly to see to start preparations for the ritual to or to at least make a ritual to wrest control of it.
I'll go on and try to identify my gun as well.
Alright, that's a Arcana check to do so. And what were you saying, Nick?
I was saying I was going to have nobody study the scales to kind of start the blueprints of the ritual to wrest control.
Okay. That would be a religion check, I believe.
Oh, so you made it a basic character sheet?
Yeah,
Okay.
I should make it a vehicle. Let me make it a vehicle.
Yeah, because there's not going to really be any stats involved. It's just going to be a storage.
Oof.
Okay. Um.
Really,
Hold on.
really smart
Sorry.
than anything else.
Sorry, I decided to go off and do my thing. Otherwise, I could have helped you.
I don't care. You do your thing. Nobody is just kind of just throw stuff at things, see what works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a failure, but at least I know what not to do now. If I didn't horrifically destroy the artifact already. Oh, well, it's not an artifact. The item.
Okay.
That or Scoff is gonna personally take revenge on me.
That's good. You got something started.
Gone quiet.
Yeah, everybody's doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you go. Everyone should have access to Layla's tomb storage now.
Okay. And yeah, so I will go ahead and add the inheritance we just got to the tomb,
Right.
which we can RP that later if you want, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do that.
Right. And nobody are unable to, will, like, get the ritual put together. You're not sure there how, like, there's some divine force that's preventing you from like corrupting this item currently. You'll need probably need assistance to make it work.
Well, oh well, no, he did learn something, so now he knows.
Yep. And mine was an
That's
Arcana.
all I wanted. I wanted at least something to get a little progress on.
And that was to roll an Arcana, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Just making sure.
Oof.
Mine was also low.
Yeah, you're not sure what the effects of this item are currently. It'll probably take a little bit of more studying or maybe some magical assistance to get it figured out.
Magical. That's all I know.
But
Or seems to be.
with that, it, you guys have your long rest, and early in the morning, thing, you guys can start packing up to head out to Nehustan. But before that, Darpy is having a deep conversation with Hareem.
Oh my.
I didn't even come up with what I wanted to say.
You've had all this time.
I know, but I was doing something business related at the exact same time.
Like, you and Hareem stayed up a little bit later in the night just talking about how,
I showed her exactly what a true friend sleepover is.
how
We
you
had
guys had a
lunch.
pillow fight. You guys chatted about things and family and whatnot. And, and you know, you broached the idea of make her just not worrying about trying to be the prince and just
Accepting who she is
accept.
and embracing the fact that she needs to,
Yeah,
be recognized as someone um, like him. Doesn't have to change her identity just to be seen. Needs to accept that she is who she is and that everybody else should accept who she is. And don't take no crap from nobody.
see, like she stops you. Well, I'm not supposed to say, but being a prince is a little bit more than just the political title. There's a there's something that that's happening in this city, and the title of prince means more than just the next in line for the throne, or being able to be the next in line for the throne. There's a there's another thing, and I don't think I'm at liberty to tell you about that. I couldn't hear you.
If you don't know, you don't know. What was it you said? Or did
It's
you say it and then just claim you didn't know? Because you didn't know.
it's complicated. I would love to just to go away from this, find fortune and fame on my own, and then come back and show my family that even though you know, I'm a woman, I can still go out and do all these amazing things and be a leader. But
You could go off the road, but I don't think that's an option.
no, it's not an option.
Yes, it is. He could run anytime. It seems like he's willing. He just stays within the same restraints as you are. You guys are going to be the ones who are leading and running things, not your dad, not your mom. Your mom seems just as supportive as your brother is, but you're limited. Just stand your ground. That's really all you've got to do. Like I said, don't take any crap from anybody, and that includes your dad.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should stand a little bit taller and do a little bit more for for myself.
Well, see, like we were thinking as well. The more they see you vouching for them, if things all are, you have to be a prince for this title type of a thing, they aren't going to care if you're a prince or not. They're going to care that you back them. And where you're running, where you're working, all of these people that are around you, those are the ones that make up the majority of this city. Get on their side. Represent them in a way where they can't represent themselves.
Mhm. Maybe you're right, RP. I'll do better. And hey, maybe the next time we see each other, er, I'll be able to tell you about all the amazing things I've been able to accomplish.
Definitely.
Not being red flagged at all.
Oh, before you go, oh, I know your party seems to be wanting to leave in the morning. Hey, here, she's going to take off one of her necklaces and hand it to you. It's the necklace itself seems to be like a, it's like a heart, but it's made out of a arm, and and when the two necklaces are together, they're interlaced in like this sort of heart-shaped hand hold.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm doing it with my arms. I don't really understand. What am I doing?
And she's gonna hand you the one half of it of the necklace.
Where's the other half?
It's around her neck. It, this is
Oh, like a friendship bracelet.
yeah.
Okay, I see. I see.
That's funny. Okay, what's that thing?
I just want to you to be okay. I got this a long time ago, so as a gift from my brother when he went out for his first excursion out of the city, and I think I'm supposed to share the other half of this necklace with a true friend, and I think you're a true friend of Dorothy.
Right. Sounds like work. It's only been like 4 days, right?
It's yeah, it's basically been like 4 days.
Goodness.
See, like she'll give you a hug. And now let's get some sleep. I still have to be the captain of the guard in the morning.
It's not hard work. You got this.
She gives you like a side glance. Yeah, not hard work.
And they were roommates.
History says that they
Say
were
they were
roommates.
You're nice. I'm sleeping on the other side of the room. Actually,
and say
while
they
she
were
gets ready for
roommates.
bed,
All I said was they were roommates. That's all I said.
I'm gonna go and get the little mini house set up. Um, because I kind of want to make it a trophy house, you know. So have all my stuff in there nicely presented.
That's exactly what's going on right now.
What are y'all saying in Discord? Stop the Discord.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Don't worry about it.
Goodness, do I have to scroll all the way down? I do. Exactly. Oh. Did you see it?
I can see it, baby.
Put those titties back up. That's exactly what Keontae was doing. So forcing a situation that doesn't have to happen.
Anyway, you guys have a good night's sleep. And in the morning, it's actually quite bright outside and quite the humidity is through the roof from all the rain that from the previous night.
Let's do the roof in this context.
It's
Is it like
very
in the city?
It's if you stepped outside anytime in the past, I don't know, 5 days, you'll know.
Yep.
it's like hot and very humid, so it feels the heat feels very heavy on your chest just as you're breathing.
I guess that means we go back inside. Go back to bed. And wait for another day. I mean, that's what I do.
But, Dea has like an extreme hangover as
Something funny.
he saddles up all the three horses and the one camel.
Show me the tattoo that says do not give alcohol.
Um, Other than that, it everything goes pretty smoothly for the morning. Well, you guys leave the room and start heading east towards Nehustan, the city state that's perpetually at war with its neighbor.
Who's the neighbor?
Hold on, I have it written down in the other chat.
I didn't mean to ask a question that you didn't have the answer to.
I have it answered to. Um, Agbad. So Agbad. Right. So, yeah. Is there anything you guys wanted to do this day as you guys are traveling? It's going to take you 3 days to get to Nehusan.
Well,
Pakari would like to receive some much needed training with her weapon that she doesn't know how to use. Thank you.
yeah, Bilbat will help with that training.
Why
I
not?
am gonna switch my Hex Warrior target to the Frostbrand,
Okay.
and I will help with identification of magic items over this time.
Oh,
Well, if you're focusing on training with Picard, I can focus on magic items.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna be solely training the entire time, so it's probably like train and then on the off time help with
all right.
identification.
How many casts of identified do we have amongst the party?
None, none from me.
Let's see. If I modify my spell, let me see if it's first level or second level spell. First level?
I
Oh,
think.
it's a first. Yeah, I can cast it. Excuse me. At least 4 times.
Okay.
I can't cast it. I was gonna help through the normal means, but if we have someone with identify, I can simply aid.
All right. Um, no one else has it on their spell list, so it's only artificers, wizards, and bards.
Yeah, Pakari
It's
could get it if we need it.
All
it's
right.
on my list, but I don't have the spell.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we
So,
can change our preparation today.
Yeah, artifice can change their spells.
all right.
Zyla, knock it off!
So that means you can identify four of the items that the party has received.
Yeah.
All right. Is there
Well,
anything?
isn't that just about everything?
Yeah,
Well, I was actually going to ask Mana to to for help on the ritual stuff, but it seems like they have been taken out.
Well, those castings will only take a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I don't have
All right. Which items are getting identified?
any. Let's just do the first four on the list.
Well,
How much time do you have?
they're in different people's inventories, so well, I'm not
Well,
sure.
it's only going to be 4 items in memory search because we got the hyper soaker, we got the oven, we got the sword, and we got the shield.
Yeah,
So
so
And
we
the
can
everything else,
shield's
identify
already
all
been
four.
identified.
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And
Then I'll hit those three. Save the spell slot.
So, which items?
so it is the poison hyper soaker that John has,
The bloody super soaker, the easy bake
honeycomb,
oven,
and the honeycomb.
and the honeycomb.
All right. So,
Because the inheritance is no longer part of that group; it's already been shipped away.
all right. Let's start with the honeycomb. Um, it has. All right. Whoever's identifying it also needs to give me an Arcana because there's a
Since we're going to be doing this over the course of the time, assume that you always have inspo.
Oh, what does info do?
1d8. Let me pull the thing up and double check. Because we're going to be on the road for a few days, so it's not going to bother me to burn it. Um, just click that other formula when you need it.
Oh, you have to click it.
Oh, so you get a 1 for that Arcana.
that's just enough. The honeycomb actually has a unique spell that it can cast. If it will wobble. Oh, I accidentally put it in twice. There. Alright, it's been updated in your inventory, Picari. Alright, what's next? The easy oven. Who currently has the oven, or is it in the wagon?
Hikari.
Sorry.
Hmm. Me.
Hikari has the UV back oven. Yes.
Yes.
20.
Okay. Right. That one's done. Now, item number three was.
Can't view the card. 29.
Well, what was the third item that was being identified?
Um, the gun, the bloody hyper soaker.
Okay, then that's
Should hit
in
John's
this
gun.
future. Yes, all right, there you go. Identified.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And what was item number four?
No, the only other item we took was the shield, which was successfully identified. We only took 5 things out of that tomb: the gun, the oven, the sword, the inheritance, and the shield. And we already know what the inheritance does. So that's all the identification for the candy tomb.
Hmm, why can't I find it? Oh, there's also the pomegranate that Dorothy grabbed.
Oh, we forgot about that.
What I grab?
The grenade. Do you want to identify that?
I'll go ahead.
All right. It both heals and harms.
We'll need to. I'll go ahead and refuel my.
All right. Um, I think that's every magic item that needs to be identified.
Yep.
Um, was the inheritance already identified?
Well, was there any need to identify it? Because
Uh,
it said what the classes and the race was.
oh, it was supposed to need to be identified for that. It,
Uh,
um,
it it said Path of Undead 10, Oath of Vengeance 6, Race Change Hexblood.
right. So yeah, if you who are to, if you take more than 5 levels out of this inheritance, and you have the opportunity to change your race and become a hex blood.
Which I did not know what that was.
It's a lineage that you can acquire. Essentially, it changes your race to Hexblood. You get to keep certain parts of your race, but other things get altered, and you become basically a fey creature. You get a couple other benefits, but you won't know those until you either suss out what a Hexblood is in game, or um,
Yeah, he'll probably. Well, honestly, if we get there, because I was gonna say, do we need to? If we RP'd, he would probably ask Layla, "Hey, do you know what a hexblood is?"
she wouldn't really know. She just knows that there are people that are touched by the one of the Fey realms.
Okay. Well, he will have he will have that inheritance stored away. He's gonna keep the inheritance of blood for now. Actually, wait, no, we level up on long rest, don't we?
If you have the materials to, you can. Yes.
Was it because I can probably visit the tomb as part of my level and grab the inheritance? Is that possible, or should I keep the blood inheritance on me?
That's up to you.
I want to make sure it's possible that as part of the level up ritual, I can go to the tomb and use the inheritance of blood.
Um, you would have to have the inheritance on your person to use it.
Okay. So basically, but it takes a long rest to go to Layla's tomb and back, even in my hex state.
Yeah.
Okay. So the inheritance of vengeance will be left there. I'm gonna keep the blood one on me.
All right.
Well, we need to talk about that as well.
What?
The traveling between the two, because the times we've done it before, we haven't physically
So
been
there's
there.
Delbat has a higher level curse mark. It's not quite a level two curse mark, but it's higher than a level one curse mark.
Yeah. The thing is,
So
because
Delbat is
I
able to, ooh, at, her having a stronger connection with Layla, he is now able to store and like he can leave things in the tomb and pull them out of it.
this is basically solely because I am a warlock and she is my patron that I've been able to strengthen the connection to that point. Only I can do it.
Otherwise, the only you guys can only go there mentally. The only time you would physically be there is if you died while having your curse mark.
Yeah. And the only reason I'm doing this is because for the most part, we don't want to have all these, high ticket items on us. And a lot of the time, we're probably going to keep into our current classes.
Mhm.
If anyone says, "Hey, I want to go Oath of Vengeance Paladin or anything," I can grab that beforehand. But it didn't seem like anyone was going to use these right now, so I put it away. That way, whenever we reincarnate, the players that can, the any inheritances and any specialty class stuff can be at the tomb for when we get our new body.
So I have a question on that as well. Well, on the your, can you take other people or is it just yourself?
I'm going to assume for now just myself.
Other people can mentally travel to the tomb, as long as they have a curse mark. It can be done as part of a long rest.
But physically, it would probably require me to get stage 2, if not higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
750.
So I was thinking about traveling there and getting her to teach me how to gun stuff.
I mean,
Alright.
you can go there mentally, and she could still teach you.
Hmm.
Well, as the day closes on your first day of travel, having identified some items and
Oh,
whatnot,
we're not doing my thing?
what were you trying to do?
I was, after Mana was done with the identifying, we were going to do research for the ritual.
Oh, we'll pick up with that next time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. With that, let's go ahead and say bye to the viewers,
Bye to the viewers.
Bye,
Bye.
viewers.
and we will
Farewell.
see how things shake out on your day two of travel, as you're still continuing to be hunted down by some unknown entity, quote unquote.
Oh, yeah. Someone should probably be casting Pass by the Train.